Surprise!
Are you recording?
I'm recording it. This massive red engine next to me here is a Detroit diesel V16. It's with me because it's really broken, and we're going to see, can we even fix an engine that's 24 litres? That's 12 times bigger than the average car. It weighs 2.5 tons. That's more than most four-wheel drive cars on the road, and it's just the engine. I'm going to give you a clue what the problem is. Are you ready? Nope, it won't turn over.
Don't think we'll move it.
I don't think you'll move it. Hang on, let me zoom in.
Well, it's moving. Now have a look.
Oh yeah, no, you are right, it is moving. And it took us 2 forklifts to get it off, because we're used to building engines that are about that big. This one's about that big. It's a lot bigger, isn't it? I tell you what, you won't want it on your toe, lad. Ready? Oh yes. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Is it going to do? I think it actually is going to do a backflip. Watch yourself. Watch yourself. Stay clear. This is a supercharger, but it's not cool unless you have 2 superchargers on one engine. There's another one there right behind it. You know, thinking, why do engines seize up? You could get water in the cylinders. Maybe it's even a bearing problem. So what I've done is I've dropped the sumps, and I'm going to have a look inside to see if there's any issues. Oh, look at this. I think I found the problem. It's right here. That's probably it. I wonder if anybody on YouTube can tell us if that could be the issue. And what do we do? Just pop that back in? And I think so. I need to find a mechanic. Is there a mechanic around here? Hello? Any mechanics?
It's on the ground at the minute. Yeah.
I better put it down before this gets worse. Interestingly, whoever was previously looking after this put some stickers all over the engine to show the temperature that the engine gets to. Diesel engines should be sort of somewhere around here, 88 degrees, has gone all the way up there to 120 degrees. So quite massively overheated. The water rail on this side has got even hotter, unfortunately, than the one on the other side. We need to find out what's caused this. Turbos and manifolds off, so that gives us a little insight into the ports of the cylinder head, the exhaust ports, and we can see there's been water in this one here, which is not good. The others, however, all look pretty normal. Next stage in the investigation, we need to go into the Scavenge doors. Now this is not something that you get on a normal 4-stroke engine. This is a Detroit 2-stroke specific thing, and the Scavenge doors are like little covers that go over this upper part of the cylinder block. Behind them, you can see the cylinder liner itself. Now, the cylinder liner of a Detroit engine is unusual. It has holes all the way around the outside to allow the incoming air to get into the cylinder to make the combustion happen. Normally, on a 4-stroke engine, the cylinder would be just totally smooth with no perforations. The Detroit is a little bit unusual, and that is why it requires a supercharger, because it has 4 exhaust valves. Yes, a 2-stroke Detroit actually has valves. 4 exhaust valves to let the exhaust out of these ports, but it has no inlet valves. It has those inlet holes in the side of the cylinder liner. Why am I telling you all this? That is where the air enters the piston. We can see right into the piston. You can actually see with a torch inside those holes and see the top of the piston, which is fascinating. You can even see the piston rings going up and down and past the actual cylinder liner holes, which really is quite cool. But it'll also show us if we've got a destroyed piston, because we can actually look at it, we can see it through the little hole. We don't need a bore scope. This is a giant engine and we can see inside it. When I've taken the Scavenge doors off, I've found that in this front 4 cylinders here, we've got metal, a lot of it. And I'll give you a bit of a close-up of this. Now, the rear doors, we also have some signs of water, as I mentioned before, some coolant that potentially has got in there. Thankfully, a professional turned up. How long do you think it's going to take you to fix that then?
A little while.
Would you do it for a couple of grand?
Well, it depends. Define how you mean fix. You mean running in a fashion that is perfect?
I have to be professional.
So what's your plan now? So you found out that it's eating a piston.
Yes. Well, yeah, I'd found that just before you arrived.
That's bad.
I thought it was just potentially a cracked cylinder head and there was coolant coming
But
out.
you know that it won't turn.
Yes. I knew that it wouldn't turn, it was solid. So I assumed there was water, which we can see there is moisture in the cylinder.
You thought it could have been Hydrolock?
I thought it was Hydrolock potentially. But then, since then, obviously, finding the metal, it's made it a bit more interesting.
So, what did the owners say? Because there's always a story, isn't there? Engine doesn't just break.
It was rebuilt in 2017, a complete rebuild. And then it was rebuilt again in 2023, again, complete rebuild. 4 new cylinder heads, new pistons, new liners, crankshaft repolished, balanced, re-dynoed, everything. And then obviously we're 2026 now and it's failed again. The engine's only running for 1 hour a month. So it's done nothing, really. In a few years it'll have done nothing.
Do you think that one of the injectors could have been sticking?
We're going to find out. As I tear into it, I'm going to find out.
It should be fairly obvious, shouldn't it, when you get into it?
There's a lot of problems now. So it's going to be,
It's
we'll be able to
which
find all the
one's
problems.
caused
Yeah,
what?
which one was the first one?
Something's got hot, hasn't it? Something's got way hotter than it has.
Yes. Oh yeah, I mean, from the heat stick, as you can see, it's got very hot.
Would you not agree? If the whole engine was getting hot, so if it was boiling, it would be affecting all cylinders around the same time, not just one.
Potentially.
You don't think?
Shall I whiz them doors
I
off?
think so. Yeah, come on, let's... Oh yeah. Can I have a bigger impact? Oh wow, it does it.
Oh, it's good.
Look at that. That's powerful. How are we getting there? You got tank? Oh, I've got it. I'm just avoiding going and working in the other tank, to be fair. The longer we're here, the less time we have in your tank.
Why? What's tank duties next?
We're trying to put a blade on.
Is that like a farming implement again?
No, it's that...
You could use it for farming if...
the golf thing, the one that was used for clearing the highway of death.
Get in there with the screwdriver now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, some bits in there.
Is there?
Oh, yeah.
So that's it's that front. It's
That's the
that.
same on the other side, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the front V8, not the back V8.
That's a...
Which one?
Are you laying these all out in order?
I am, yeah.
That didn't look very professional. That's not how Luke was done.
Oh,
Ugh.
yeah.
That's interesting.
Interesting. Now, the question I've got for you is,
Interesting and ungood.
what do you think's happened? Because we don't know. We have to guess at this stage. Do we think that a piston has melted and gone horribly wrong, and it's all bounced around and into the inlet and all around that entire, basically that V8, so it's in this side and that side? Or do you think it's something to do with the supercharger system that's disintegrated and it's fed it into all the cylinders? Right, are all the bolts out?
All the bolts are out.
Fun-
Are you recording?
No.
Just break this off for the first time.
Oh,
That went off
it's come
easy.
away. Do you
You
think?
just hold that. It's not looking good. Take this gauze off.
Go on. It appears to be really damaged inside.
That is very much unhappy. We need to show people that when the engine's turning, that isn't.
Engine is turning, supercharger was not.
That means, I'm not sure, but that means there is an issue.
Coupling could have failed. You want to see the inside of that
Because if
supercharger?
it's overrun,
It's gonna be
one
fine.
will have failed before.
You're labelling all these bolts, aren't you? Yeah.
Well,
I thought you
that one
were.
come from there.
That's what, I'm not criticising. I'm just saying. I had heard.
Has this been off before?
Let's find out. Ah.
Try not to completely destroy the gasket. That looks somewhat completely different to the other. That one's perfect. Shall I take
I
this?
like the gauze.
Yeah. A nice bit of silicone back on this. You'll be
Oh, yeah.
reuse that.
Yeah, the
How's
customer will love that, won't they?
Yeah. How to save money. But
Ah.
Yeah.
is already
fine.
moving by hand. I'll just turn the engine slowly. I'm going to put money that one turns with it.
Yes, it is moving. Yeah, it's moving.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Ah, so you fixed it then.
Good to go.
Yeah.
Supercharger.
Just take the thingy off so it
Take that
doesn't...
one off, run it on one.
And run it on
Yeah.
one, yeah?
Yeah, it's
Done. Seeing as it has scavenge doors, right? If
Yeah.
you were a really horrible person, which I'm not suggesting you are, but if you were, you could just connect a pipe between those scavenge doors and those scavenge doors to get you home off one supercharger.
Limp it.
Yeah. Yeah. They used to call me that back in the day. Heat expansion of the rotors is the main thing. Or timing between the rotors, if that's gone wrong, if one gear's slipped or failed and then the rotors have collided once, then it's game over. They'll get hot like in an instant, won't they? I think heat is the culprit, but why?
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 Yeah.
We don't know. Say bye for now.
Bye for now.
As you saw on the last clip, the rotor vanes inside it are absolutely trashed. And if you look at the rear supercharger, they're not, they're perfectly fine. Something's gone badly wrong with that supercharger and it doesn't appear like the engine has ingested anything. The turbos both seem clear, but you can see all this area here on the supercharger has gone black and burnt, like there's been a lot of heat in this area of the supercharger. And oddly, where the two parts of the pump rack come through, this supercharger, the rear one, which is fine, the oil inside it is really dirty and disgusting. And this one, really quite clean. This, the cleaner one, that's had the major failure. So that's odd. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking the cylinder heads off to actually have a look at the bores, have a look at the pistons, and to see what extent of damage we've got in the cylinders themselves. It's a two-man lift to just pop them heads off. I suppose if you were big, I mean I'm 6'9", so it'd take a big man to lift one of them off. There'll be guys out there, I'll lift them off before breakfast and then a hernia before tea. I'm going to shout Paul for help to help me lift it off, and I'm going to put it in a box, and then I'm going to do the other two, and then I'm going to have a look at all of the cylinders. I'm also going to inspect the underneath of the heads to see if we've got any cracks or anything like that. While we're here, interesting little thing, there is no head gasket. It's basically this rubber seal that goes around the outside where the head sits, and then it has this little strange O-ring that sits on top of the cylinder liner, which is really quite cool. And then a few of the O-rings have fallen out. Well, they're still stuck to the head, but these seal the oil and water passages that go through the head. I'm saying oil and water passages. I don't actually know if any of them are water. They might all be oil. Not sure. I'm still familiarising myself with this beast. It's a whopper, and it's quite unusual. There's lots of things that I have never seen before. And one of them is the roller rockers that run on the camshaft. There's rollers that literally run on the camshaft, and they are mounted into the cylinder head. The cylinder head has like a set of springs in the back of it down here, which is really odd. Those three there, you can see, that one, and that one. They're springs mounted, pushing the push rods back down. It's really weird. Do you know when there were like aliens and stuff in Las Vegas, and there were all that stuff going on in America, and they made like alien cafes and all that kind of thing? I think it might have been something to do with like acid and LSD and all that stuff. Well, I've got a feeling that at the same time as all those LSD fueled cafes were being built, space cafes, I think that someone was making this engine at the same time, or certainly designing it. That one wasn't happy, was it? Quite weighty, aren't they? What size do you reckon they are? They're not half-inch, they're a lot bigger than that, aren't they? 5/8 head bolts. They're big, they're chunky. Oh, what should we say, thousandths? 1,000ths. Oh, is that where we're using metric to describe imperial measurements? It's like every fitting's an afterthought. No.
I think
Look, loose.
Oh.
That's been like that with most of the fittings as well. I think that Timmy's been designing on this one. Tim's hit the drawing board.
Put the silicon down.
He's
picked up the
Yeah,
pencil.
picked up the pencil, yeah. Why is my end heavier than yours? Bloody hell.
Oh no.
Oh, look at that. All swirly. Like a spaceship. The Peace and Love engine. Do you know what I need to do? I need a little bandana while I'm working on it. Little John Lennon.
No.
This apparently is one of 4 new cylinder heads. There was water in the ports, in the exhaust manifold, so I was expecting to see a crack, but we don't seem to have a crack. If you were rebuilding one of these Detroit engines, you would not, and it is Timmy that I'm talking to, you would not put silicone round these. You have to replace them with the genuine Detroit products from Area 51. The entire oiling system on the front end of the engine, the front side, seems to be much cleaner. So I believe there has been new cylinder heads, but that is very, very clean in there. And then when you compare it to that, it's a bit darker. I'm not saying that's dirty, but you can definitely tell the difference. That one's real bright and that one's dull. And it's the same inside the Supercharger. That one is bright and that one is dull. Feels quite broken. Bolts are coming out at funny angles. I think this is going to be quite broken behind here. Surprisingly not. Right, big reveal under the burnt Supercharger that's all chewed up. Let's see what's inside.
Oh.
Not much.
Oh, there is a bit back there.
Little bits, but not. It's like a really fine powder. Let's see what the underneath of this incredible burnt out Supercharger looks like. Oh, bit of carnage. Bizarrely little in the cylinders. So this one is really black, dirty black, and that one is clean as a whistle, but covered in aluminium bits. Ah, she's turning now. Who knew? So the Supercharger sees the engine.
Yeah.
So maybe the bottom end isn't destroyed. Problem?
Slight problem.
Go on.
Oil pickup to the oil pump, and it wasn't exactly tight.
Not tight.
No.
So this is the section that was loose
Yeah,
and this was tight.
yeah.
So there's no oil in that part of the oil pump. Further investigation shall show if it's had any bearing damage or lack of lubrication. We shall see. So problem, 9/16 oil pump bolts. You Detroit guys will know the struggle. So you can't turn that any further. So I can't put the spanner on there. Not good, so you need a special spanner. Paul has special spanner.
Special spanner.
Wow! Make sure you loosen it off before you use that one.
There we go.
That's incredible.
Ah.
Winning. Right, massive oil pump off. And what have we got here? Oh yes, shims. Is there any signs written on them?
No.
When was the last time in your working career you used a shim?
Not really. It's like injectors and stuff, isn't it? And that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Injectors, pump building,
Yeah.
old stuff, 70s, 80s stuff.
Yeah.
In the modern world, the shim isn't really a thing, is
No. It's like, I know why they do it, but
it? Yeah. So does it have any sizes on it?
no.
Oh, brilliant. So we'll just it's a shim size.
It's a shit.
Now, why does it have shims for the viewers?
For the basically the lash on the gear.
Yes, the backlash, the teeth mesh. Without the shims, the gear can push into the other gear too far, too tight, cause binding and problemos.
Yeah. So,
This is the pipe that was loose, wasn't it?
yeah. The gasket appears to be a little bit homemade. Yeah.
That sounds good. So what do you think they did? They used the crayon and then just
Yeah.
nibbled it out?
Just like you, I don't know. Some left-handed scissors or
So what number's this?
This one is 5L.
5L, and the bearing is in reasonable condition, but there is lots of scratches and score marks on the actual surface of the bearing, like someone's been rough when they've installed it. Can't see it being a major issue, but it's unusual to see. Right, this is main caps, and what have we got?
10 thou undersized.
And general condition of the bearings. If you told me that they'd done, quite a lot of hours, quite a lot of miles.
Yeah, you'd be happy with it.
Yeah. There's one of them that is quite substantially scored, like fingernail scoring in there.
That is number 6.
Right. General wear, these polished up bits, not too worried about. It's pretty normal. But the grooving, maybe contamination. Yeah, probably dirty when fitted. There is actually a really distinctive, solid dent in that one, isn't there? Yeah. What number's that?
1.
1. cylinder head, the cylinder head inspection of the Detroit. Looking in the service manual, there's something interesting about these engines. If you look at this section here, service manual, by the way, is the Detroit Series 92, sections 1 through to 2.23. And under the cylinder head, it talks about cylinder head water nozzles, and I think to myself, what on earth are they? Well, these little copper inserts that you can you see, if you zoom in, how there's some little, yeah, there's like little cuts. Now basically what they are, almost like an upside down pre-chamber, and what they have is two little holes that point water onto critical parts inside the head. So this doesn't happen outside, this is all inside there. And normally water would just sort of flow all around the head surfaces. But these little things are designed to direct water, literally squirt it like your screen wash on your car, squirt it at these critical points, like that and like that. So it's like squirting it at the combustion chamber, and then this one's like this and this one's like this. I've then stripped the valve train roller rockers out of the bottom of the head. Again, another bizarre thing that you would get on an engine of this size. I've laid all them out to be inspected. And then next we turn to the page in the book which talks about checking the bottom face of the cylinder head. And it says if warpage exceeds 0.1397 millimeters. I like the Detroit book. It does actually give a lot of dimensions in millimeters, which is good. What it means by that is we take something like a straight edge, and you're going to put a straight edge. Obviously, ideally, it wants to be bigger than this. This is not what I'm going to use to check the warpage, by the way. And then take a feeler gauge. And basically, if you can put the feeler gauge underneath the flat edge, which we can on this one because it is flat, then that means the cylinder head has bananaed. And that's usually due to excessive heat, which this engine has had. But this isn't badly warped, this head. But it does have a problem. Because it's eaten its supercharger, it has sprayed molten metal onto the seats of the valves. So if you look very closely, you can see there is some, like a build-up, and it's basically aluminium, you can see it on this one as well, stuck to the valve seats in various places. Now the problem with that is it will prevent the valve from being able to close fully and seat on the seat. And if that happens, it means that the valve leaks and then it burns the valve out. So when the valve stops working properly, it fails very quickly in a very catastrophic way. So where we're at with the rest of it is the engine itself is now upside down, main caps are off. This is two V8 crankshafts, which are pretty massive for this 24-litre engine. And it's in reasonable condition. You can see it's been ground once before, it's been undersized. But what's concerning is it looks like it's been finished by hand. It has these kind of scratches that look like they're going in sort of all directions, as if somebody's physically gone round it with some emery by hand, which is not what you'd expect, you know, with a machine finished crankshaft. So not quite sure what's going on with that. If we are to rebuild this engine, that is going to get polished so that it's perfect.
Luke, it's 10 o'clock at night. What are you doing?
Working, as always. It's homework this evening. I have all of the user's manuals for this Detroit engine, and this is my report. I'm just working through it. So it's basically photographs with descriptions of the inspection, basically. So all that time that we spent, that you helped with in the workshop, stripping it all down, measuring everything, I'm now basically taking all that information and putting it into an easy readable format, 46 pages of which the customer's going to thoroughly enjoy reading. It's all part of the process. But the question is, what are they going to do? Are they going to want me to rebuild it? Or are they going to take, potentially, another route? We shall see in the months to come. Right, the conclusion then. We conducted an entire report for the customer. We reported on the measurement of the bores, the journals, cylinder head flatness, you know, valves, many pages of measurements, fully documented our finding. What did we actually conclude as the failure? Because that's the thing that we're all thinking. What was the main failure? Well, overheating appears to have been one of the main factors. When it came, it didn't have coolant in it, so we don't know if, had it blown a coolant hose, we're not really sure. But it had got very, very hot. Now, overheating hadn't caused dramatic damage inside the engine, but it had certainly caused something like that supercharger to get extremely hot, maybe in the casing or the body itself, and then it's bound up and totally mangled everything in the supercharger and thrown bits in. Should a damaged supercharger really have come to the demise of this engine? Well, no, not really. It shouldn't. A supercharger could have been replaced. You know, the other supercharger was fine. The cylinder bores did have some signs of scoring. If it was if this engine did a less important role, could it have been run like that, maybe rehoned? Yes, could have been fine. The problem is, this breakdown is the third time in a short amount of time. This engine's had a heck of a lot spent on it, big rebuild after big rebuild, and it just continues to fail. And the job that it does is very, very important. It serves a purpose of extinguishing fire. So it can't fail. It's heated all the time, it's ready to go at any given point. This 16-cylinder engine can give 700 horsepower of water pumping ability to put fires out. So there can't be any situation where it's going to let you down. What I've suggested to the customer, I've said the issues. It's going to need a supercharger without a shadow of a doubt. Ideally, I'd like to change the rings and rehone the bores. I would skim the cylinder heads even though they were fairly flat, and I would certainly cut the valves and the seats because there were signs of material on them. The crankshaft could do with a polish because, as we saw, there was some marking on the crankshaft. But apart from that, the rest of it, yes, it could have worked. However, in the report, I recommended a more conventional 6-cylinder would be a much better option, because this engine, as I joked about throughout this video, it was made on Mars. To make 700 horsepower but using a 24-litre platform with 16 cylinders, 2 crankshafts, 2 blocks, 4 heads, 1 million valves, 2 turbos, it was too complicated for its own good. And that was then, when parts were available. Now, 2026, parts for these things are becoming more rare and much more expensive. So my recommendation for this, even though I am through and through a mechanical old school diesel guy, this particular mechanical old school engine, too many moving parts. Why make a more simple engine, which is a 2-stroke, and then actually, in fact, make it more complicated than a 4-stroke? So my recommendation was a nice big 6-cylinder to replace this thing. 6 cylinders, so it would have 24 valves. It would have a single camshaft. It would have a single set of timing gears. It would just have 1 turbocharger, no superchargers. Something like a Caterpillar C18, a Volvo D13. There are many, many other nice, simple 4-stroke big engines that are easy to work on that people can relate to. Trying to get technicians to work on this masterpiece, because it really is, it's an incredible piece of engineering, I'm not going to put it down, but for a job so important, engine, sadly, it was time to retire it. So we didn't even get to the point of pricing up the repair. We did our inspection, we fully detailed everything. What are we going to do with it now? Well, dispose of it. So if anybody needs a Detroit 24-litre 16-cylinder engine that has 1 damaged supercharger, is carefully itemised, all the components in separate boxes, and would fancy the challenge of putting a 2.5-ton engine back together, well, this red monster may be the project for your summer. Remember to ask the wife first on this one. You're going to need 2 forklifts to offload it. Hope you enjoyed the content. See you on the next one.